Viewer discretion is advised. This is crazy news.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream, making the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him tulips like roses and clovers, and tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone, don't have nobody to call my own. So please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I am coming at you right now from Clearwater Beach, Florida. Welcome aboard if this is your first time here. Well, I have the whole show on the Joro spiders that are taking over, but we got some maintenance to do here, or not maintenance, but other things to do to get ready. So here we go. This is going to be about the Joro spiders. However, I have some things going on here, especially the plane crash, guys, which I'm sure you've seen up in New York, LaGuardia Airport. Have you guys seen that? That is insane. So a plane is going down the runway, landing actually, and usually when them wheels hit, you think to yourself, oh, I'm safe. But no, not this time. Not this time. Look, I love that song, Mr. Sandman by Young Original. Look, that's just an awesome cover, guys, of what I think is one of the best songs of all times by the Quartet from 1954. Look, check out their website, youngoriginalband.com. Like, subscribe, share their music. Absolutely fantastic. Welcome to the 7 p.m. Crazy Podcast, the Joro Spider Special. That's what I got for you tonight, right? All right. Before we get to that, let me go to this terrible accident in New York. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to show you a couple different views from it tonight. Let's start with Fox News, and then we'll go to ABC and
crash site because
check this out.
We just heard from a senior Port Authority official after the breaking news overnight when a plane crashed into another vehicle at LaGuardia Airport.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think that's the one I want to show yet. Hold on. I got another one of the actual. That right there or there? Yeah, this is the one I want to show you. This is the first one I'm going to show you. And we are going to go ahead and go into the show right now. There we go. And I'm going to pull that up. As soon as I get rid of all this other shit. All right, here it is. So this is the accident. The plane, Air Canada, is coming in for a landing at LaGuardia Airport. Those of you who know New York, know LaGuardia is very, very busy. Although I wouldn't say as busy as Kennedy, but very busy. The fact that a fire truck was able to get onto the runway during a landing. Hey, remember, air traffic controllers aren't being paid because we're in a shutdown. What do we expect? There's going to be accidents. Come on, guys. Common sense and logic on this channel, right? Check this out. Watch it right here. It's going to come right here. Right? Boom. So I stopped it right there. Here's the ambulance coming onto the runway as Air Canada just landed. Both pilots would lose their lives, by the way. Boom! Wow. One more time. I mean, you've got to ask yourself, guys, what the fuck was this ambulance driver thinking? Did he not know he was going out on a runway? And, what the hell? So the aftermath, of course, is... No video? When did you listen to it? Oh, no video. Oh, what the hell was I just playing here? You guys are seeing that, right? Hold on a second. Let me pull this up. Okay, hold on, guys. Let me check this out. I don't understand why there would be no video when I'm watching it, but let's check it out. There is video, right? All right, guys. So apparently there is video, and we're going to keep going. So this is the aftermath of the actual accident itself. The two pilots did not survive, as you can see there. Let me get rid of this off of my screen. All right, here we go, guys.
Airport with 2 people now confirmed dead. You are watching Fox and Friends First on this Monday morning. I'm Carly Shimkus.
And I am Todd Pyro. Here's what we know just moments ago from that press conference. 41 people on that plane were transported to the hospital. 32 were released, but it does appear there are 9 individuals with serious injuries at this time still in the hospital. 2 pilots, as you see on your screen right there, confirmed dead. LaGuardia will be closed until at least 2 p.m., could be longer, depending upon how long the investigation takes. With that, let's go live now to CB Cotton, live at LaGuardia with the very latest. CB.
Todd, Carly, good morning. An absolute tragedy here on the ground at LaGuardia Airport as we get that official confirmation that 2 pilots have been killed in this collision between a passenger plane and a fire truck. Let's take a look at this crash site because this was a gut-wrenching scene. You can see here on the screen that Air Canada Express plane on the tarmac with its nose completely torn off, and nearby there appears to be the overturned, damaged Port Authority fire truck. To give some context, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey operates this airport. It just held a news conference and said the Air Canada flight was landing at around 11:40 p.m. Eastern last night, coming in from Montreal, when it collided with a Port Authority fire truck that was responding to a United aircraft that had previously reported an issue with an odor. The Port Authority released an earlier statement saying, quote, at approximately 11:40 p.m. on Sunday, a Jazz Aviation flight operating on behalf of Air Canada was involved in an accident on runway 4 at LaGuardia Airport, in which the aircraft struck a Port Authority aircraft rescue and firefighting vehicle that was responding to a separate incident. And again, moments ago, we got more details about how this unfolded. So Air Canada, again, says that flight was traveling from Montreal to New York, operated by Jazz Aviation. We also learned the flight had 72 passengers and
Holy
4 crew
shit.
members on board. Port Authority recapping moments ago that 41 passengers and crew members were taken to the hospital. 32 people have now been released, but we've been told there are serious injuries. There was light rain, fog, and mist when the collision occurred, but it's too soon.
Now, LaGuardia is right on the New York City Bay, right? You can see the Statue of Liberty when you're coming into land. It's right there on the waters, and it is surrounded pretty much by water. So therefore, you have that fog that comes in.
To say how and if the weather played a role. Here's one injured passenger recounting the harrowing moments.
We were coming in pretty fast. It was like a regular flight, like always. But as we were arriving, we came down really hard, and then we stopped really quickly, and then about 2 seconds later, we just had an absolute slam. Everybody was flying everywhere. I mean, the plane started veering off left and right, and there was, it was chaos. I mean, it didn't feel like there was anybody in control of anything.
Wow.
And our thoughts and prayers are with everyone who was involved in this collision this morning. Todd, as you mentioned, there will be no flights into or out of LaGuardia Airport until at least 2 p.m. local time.
Wow. What a freaking disaster, you guys. Let's see what other people are saying about it, because that's Fox. What else we got? New York Post? I love the New York Post. Okay. Let's check out the New York Post. I like it because there's no people talking and I can just pretty much say what I want. So look at this. Now this looks like a MD-80 maybe aircraft. It's certainly not an Airbus or a Boeing. So it could be a Boeing 727. Absolute mess. The two pilots, poor guys. I mean, they're just landing. They're getting ready to go home. They're getting ready to relax. And then this guy pulls out in front. Hey, a plane coming in and landing a couple hundred miles an hour, hitting that goddamn ambulance. I'm surprised the guys in the ambulance weren't killed. So yeah, we got that going on. And is that it? Or do I have, where's NBC? Do I have NBC? Oh no, I'd rather go with AB. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is NBC just a few minutes ago, guys. And Tom Yamas, way better than that Lester Holt guy.
We are coming on the air with an update on the deadly collision at LaGuardia Airport last night. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy and the FAA Administrator Brian Bedford are about to brief the public about what happened. Let's listen in.
Questions, please don't ask them. That's a different press conference for a different time. So moments ago, I had a chance to speak to President Trump after he finished his press conference in...
Wow, look at all of them. They all showed up just so they could get this picture. Over here, you got the communist, the new mayor of New York, Mondani. Over here, you got the ridiculous governor, Hochul. Of course, this is Transportation Secretary Duffy. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe if you Democrats went ahead and passed the funding bill, we could pay air traffic controllers and they wouldn't be overworked and tired and everything else.
In Memphis, also spoke with the Transport Minister of Canada, Stephen McKinnon. And again, our two teams work very closely together. I want to take a moment and just walk through the facts again of what happened. There was a CJR 900 from Montreal here to LaGuardia, operated by Air Canada Express and by Jazz. It collided with a Port Authority fire truck at approximately 11:45 p.m. last night. There were 72 passengers on the plane and 4 crew. Approximately 40 people were sent to the hospital after the crash. Several have also been released. As has been reported, the 2 pilots of the aircraft passed away in the crash last night. I do want to note that we send our deepest condolences to their families as they're going through, no doubt, a grieving process. There were 2 individuals in the fire truck. They too were sent to the hospital after the crash. Now, there's been a lot of questions I know about what do we know at this time? And what we are going to do is give you the information that we can. We all have respect for the NTSB. The NTSB goes through a thorough investigation. And we are conscious about the information
Sounds much better
that we give you because we want that information to be accurate. There's some information that we hold back that the NTSB has that we allow them to do the investigation and it takes.
So that's what's going on in New York, folks. I'm not going to play that whole thing. Obviously, NBC, got to be careful. This is ABC. It's practically the same thing. So we're going to go ahead and get into our program tonight. What do you think about that, eh? Let's go here. All right. Let's see what we got. You guys are seeing everything? Everything's good? Okay. So tonight we're talking about the Joro spider. What's that, RJ? Well, I'm glad you asked me about that. It is taking over North America. It is an invasive species and not really deadly to humans. But we're going to check all that out. We're talking about the spider. And the internet keeps trying to turn this into a horror movie, okay? But it's not a horror movie. Okay. The Joro spider, man. Look, I'm not going to lie to you, okay? This thing looks insane. It looks scary as hell, right? Let me see. Yeah, this thing looks insane for sure. Look at the bright yellow. Am I showing you? No, I'm not showing this to you. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, I'll do it at the end, right? Because let me get through the info first. It has a long yellow body with long black legs and makes huge webs if you've ever seen them. The kind of creature that makes you stop mid-step and question your whole fucking backyard, right? I get why people freak out. I get why the headlines go nuts. Giant, flying, venomous, invasive spiders. Perfect clickbait. Of course, we don't do that here at Crazy News. Common sense, logic, and truth. But tonight, I think we're doing this the smart way because this is not a killer spider apocalypse. All right? I want to get that right out right now. This is not the end of the world. This is more of an invasive species story, okay? And a real one, a creepy one. And honestly, as much more interesting one than a horror show, honestly. These spiders likely came here from East Asia, and they got identified first in Georgia, and then did what invasive species pretty much do, right? When the environment works for them, they multiply. And they settled in. They spread. And then, guys, one day, people looked up and realized the neighborhood had changed. That is the real story we're going to get tonight. Not fake panic, just real, biology, right? It's real biology. It's a real adaptation. And look, the very uncomfortable feeling that something huge and strange has moved into your neighborhood when you see these things. And they may not be leaving. So tonight, we're separating the viral no nonsense from the real science. The nightmare optics from the actual risk. And the clickbait version, I don't know, doesn't really come from the truth. This is not the monster the internet really wants us all to believe. But yes, folks, it is real, it is invasive, and it is spreading. And it is creepy as hell. So let me go to the first clip here and give you a basic understanding of what this is and what it isn't, okay? Pull that up. Hold on one second for me. Okay, that's out the way. Here we go. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. We're going to go to number 2. Back to the show. There we go. Okay. So here you go. This is the Joro spider. Have you seen it? Maybe it's in your backyard. Maybe you saw the huge web and weren't sure what type of spider this is, but don't worry. They are not deadly to humans. Not dogs, not cats. So everything we really care about is safe. Here we go. The first video of the Joro spiders. Huh? No spider? Guys, you see a spider out there? Saying there's no spider. I don't know about that one. I think that's not accurate. I don't think that's accurate. I'm looking at it. All right, guys. Sorry about that. False alarm. Let me, so this is the Joro spider, and you've probably been reading along. And as you can see, they are saying, you may have noticed your house draped in golden spider webs lately, looking like Halloween. And these things do look like Halloween. Look at these things. You can thank this exotic looking artichoke for that. The Joro spider. Honestly, guys, if I'm seeing this, I am thinking to myself, yellow, black, dangerous. But apparently that's not the case. Like snakes, yellow, black, red, stay away from them, right? So, a palm-sized spider is huge. Think of that. Now, that was 2021. We're in 2026, and they have been seen in a lot of places. North Carolina, Mississippi, Florida. They are spreading, and they fly, which is not a good thing, right? So, I just wanted you to get a good look at that before we get into these other news stories. It looks scary, but it's not, guys. So, educate yourself on this. It's not going to kill your dog. It's not going to kill your cat. I want to play this investigative piece. I thought it was pretty good. And then we'll talk about it.
A large, brightly colored invasive species from East Asia is weaving its way across the United States.
The Joro spider first arrived in Georgia around 2013, but has since spread across the southeast. Joros are currently found throughout North Georgia, the upstate of South Carolina, parts of Tennessee and North Carolina, and also in Maryland, but researchers think it's only a matter of time before they spread.
Reporter Joshua Skinner gives insight into how scientists in Georgia are working to untangle the web of their travels.
In his Biology 2 lab at Georgia Gwinnett College.
Are you saying that there's 108 insects in there?
Dr. James Russell dishes out bug knowledge.
Homoptera, hemiptera.
Russell's PhD and expertise is a virus called Wolbachia.
Not a virus, it's a bacteria.
Noted. And if you haven't heard of Wolbachia, get in line. It might be the most common bacteria on Earth, but almost exclusively affects bugs. And over the past 4 years, Russell and a small team have looked at its effects in the exploding Joro population.
We didn't expect much.
But what they did find could be significant. Male Joros that carry a double infection of Wolbachia can sterilize females, if that female has a single or no infection at the time of mating. Russell's findings could prove important, potentially leading to a method of population control.
There's a very successful application of that on mosquitoes.
We decided to look at the real thing.
Well, some of the students said that they saw some Joro spiders among our apple trees, so...
And it didn't take long.
Oh, I see one. Yeah. Oh, no, two.
These beefy arachnids hitched a ride on a ship more than a decade ago from East Asia. Now they're hitching themselves to homes and trees. It begs the question,
when one of those gets on me and bites me, how many seconds do I have until I die?
In reality, they're nearly harmless to humans.
Yeah, well, not human, not deadly to humans, folks. But it is taking over towns, like you saw the thumbnail. It is taking over towns. These things are literally everywhere and in huge numbers. This is about, now I tell you it's not poisonous for humans or our pets. So I'll play a little bit of this and get you that information.
So have you seen those big, bright yellow and gray spiders recently? You're not alone. They're an invasive species called the Joro spider, and they come from China and the Koreas. Here are 3 things you need to know about them. 1, they're not poisonous.
We have no evidence that Joro spiders are harmful to people or pets. They're very docile. I know a couple people have been bit, and it's akin to a mosquito bite. So it gets a little red, it's itchy, it's annoying. That's about it.
I don't know, guys. It's creepy as fuck, right? I mean, that thing just looks deadly. And unfortunately, a lot of people are getting freaked out about this. They're getting bitten. They rush to the emergency room thinking that they're going to die. And like he said, it's like a mosquito bite. But you don't know that when you look at them. And some of these have such strong red, yellow, black colors that people think of snakes, like I said. And when you think of snakes, you know to stay away from those snakes that have those colors. So this is kind of the complete opposite of that, but people are freaking out. You understand why, right?
But at this point, there's really no evidence that they're dangerous to people or pets.
2. Despite what the media says, they don't fly.
I think the one thing I would like people to remember is these spiders don't fly, okay? And that gets out in the media a lot. That gets in all the headlines as we have these flying spiders. What Joro spiders do, like every other orb-weaving spiders, in the spring when the eggs hatch, the little teeny tiny spiderlings, they will crawl up somewhere high and they will let a couple strands of silk go from their back end. And for some of them, the wind takes them, carries them away. They're not flying, they're just gracefully gliding is all they're doing, right? So they're taken away, they're tiny little things at that point, and some land in a great spot for a web, some might land in the middle of the lake. You just never know.
3. Which states are they in today?
Most Joro spider populations as of fall 24 are in North Georgia, the upstate of South Carolina, or the western part of South Carolina, a little bit in the far western reaches of North Carolina, and far eastern Tennessee. That said, there are populations in Maryland, and as of just this year, there's a population in Pennsylvania and in Boston.
So, what are Joro spiders? Clemson's answer is that they're an invasive, non-poisonous spider found in the eastern regions of the United States, and they don't fly.
We're going out into the world to make webs for...
Oh yeah, I gotta stop that right there. That is definitely copyrighted. But anyway, that's what's happening, guys. I mean, that thing is scary. If I saw it, I would definitely kill it. Just because. And we have East Coast braces for the surge. We just did that. I don't know why this was scheduled. This isn't really that crazy, right? This is now in... Okay, here we go.
So you may have seen headlines going viral about an invasive spider making its way into our area. So if you have arachnophobia, now's the time to look away. Jen, this is your read. I'm looking at the phone.
We have both dreaded this story. I'm just going to read down here. Okay, so what you're seeing right now is a Joro spider from China and Korea. It's made its way to the east. It doesn't even look real, though, right? It's made its way to the eastern U.S. on things like cargo ships and trucks. And many of the articles are calling these spiders flying venomous spiders. But that's really only half true. So to clear things up.
And, the media. Why would hey, of course. Why would the media be honest? Everything is chaos. Everything is danger.
We spoke with Dr. David Coyle, who specializes in studying these arachnids. For starters, other than being a fairly large spider, it's around 4 inches long. I'm out. Nope. They're not dangerous to humans, apparently. Their bite is closer to a mosquito bite, and they also don't fly as newborn.
As we just heard. Yeah, they had me fooled because I was watching the mainstream media and they said that they fly. So I was like, oh my God, big problem if they fly and they're venomous. But yeah, this is coming out right now and this is breaking in India, right? I think so. We'll know by the voice in a minute.
Slammed into a Port Authority fire truck during landing, injuring dozens of passengers and crew members. Disaster struck on the runway as the passenger plane hit the emergency vehicle responding to another incident. The cockpit was destroyed in the brutal impact, with pilots killed instantly at the scene. 2 pilots lost their lives following a collision between an...
Hey guys, can you imagine? That thing went head on with an ambulance. Look at the whole front of that plane is gone. These guys must have been crushed on impact. And probably look a lot like Hamburger. I mean, that's a rough, going that speed, that's just a rough way to die. Although it's very quick. You don't even realize you're dead till you're standing there looking at your body.
Aircraft and a ground vehicle at New York's LaGuardia Airport, marking a tragic aviation incident unrelated to ongoing global conflicts. NBC News confirmed the fatality.
Yeah, NBC News. That, you know, I like NBC now that Holt is gone, honestly. Didn't like him very much. I do want to show you one more thing. I keep telling you about the group that I love. I always play it at the beginning, Young Originals. I want to show you the video. Because once you see the whole video of Mr. Sandman, their rendition, you'll be like, wow. All right. Here we are, Young Original. Go ahead and check out their page. You guys are going to love this, I'm telling you. And then we're going to find the Mr. Sandman. But they have other great, fantastic videos for you to watch. This is just my favorite. That's all. I'm going to let you watch this, and I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for the day, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow, folks. Watch this here video, and I will... Hold on a second. Breaking news? Is that breaking news? Oh. Hold on a second. I see. Ah. Yeah, but... All right, here we go, folks. Enjoy this. I'll see you in the morning. And put in the comments down below how you enjoyed this or you didn't enjoy it. See y'all later.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream, making the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover, and tell him that his lonesome nights are over.
Sandman,
I'm so alone, don't have nobody to call my own. So please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Mr. Sandman, I'm so alone, don't have nobody to call my own. So please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Sandman.
great part. Thank you, Young Original. Go check them out, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.